Hello and welcome to Leadership Insight, where today it's going to be level up your goals, mid-year reset for all of you powerful women out there, men too. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. We are live. And again, it's all about level up your goals. We are in our mid year point for many people. Now, granted, I understand when it comes to mid year and when we're talking about performance and things of that nature. I know everyone may be in a slightly different cycle, but there is a no better time to make sure that you are on the right track. I would be remiss if I didn't speak about that. We are going to level up, make sure that we are in the right spaces, the right places. And as career women aspiring to new heights, it is so crucial, it is critical to evaluate and set new goals periodically. With the first half of the year behind us, it is a perfect time to go ahead and reflect on our achievement. And I also want you all to be setting ambitious, clear, and actionable goals. Now, I want them to be ambitious, but I also need them to be clear and actionable. And you do need to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. So today we're going to explore why setting new goals, first of all, is essential, how to align them with any changes in your organizational roles, and provide actionable steps to ensure that you end the year strong. Listen, if you did some great things at the beginning of the year, yes, we are going to clap you up and I want you to pat yourself on the back. However, maybe you had some things going on and maybe the first half of this year has been challenging and you are just like, I'm going to throw my hands up. I'm here to tell you that I am not going to let you throw your hands up. We are going to just reset. We're going to buckle on down. Sometimes life happens and maybe the first half of the year just was not your thing. But that doesn't mean that you have to throw the other half of the year. And then guess what? If you have been rocking the year out, let's continue on and rock strong. So, no matter where you are in this year, you can still shift some things. You can still make changes. All is not lost. If you didn't gain your momentum, baby, you about to gain it now. If you're already energized, ready to go, then come on because we are going to capitalize on that and we're going to get it started. Listen, last week we talked about effective conflict resolution for women. Is conflict resolution is not your jam and it's something that you struggle with, make sure you go back and catch that. And regardless, conflict isn't going anywhere. It's always good to make sure we stay abreast. So make sure that you go back and check that out. Now, today, again, we're focusing on this mid year reset, and our 3 points are going to be reaccess your goal. I want you to realign your objectives, and then I want you to reignite your motivation. Let's do a quick roll call. If you're joining us live, if you're joining us from a replay, let us know that you are here. Shout us out. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If this information is resonating with you, we want to know that as well. And again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. So we're going to just go ahead and jump on in. Reassess your goals. It is time to take a step back and evaluate the goals that you've set at the beginning of the year. And listen, I know some of us may not have set career goals. And so if that wasn't you, then this is time for you to get on in this game. But if you did set some goals, it's really time to make sure that everything is in alignment. Reassessing your goals provides clarity and it's going to help you to ensure that you are on the path you want to be on, not the path that your good girlfriend, not the path that your parents want you to be on, but the path that you want to be on. So, the first thing when we're talking about reassessing your goals is one, I want you to evaluate your progress. First of all, have you achieved that goal? Are you on track? And I want you to reflect on any milestones, any benchmarks that you set. Are you hitting them? If yes, celebrate your success. That is something, especially as women, we do not do enough. We are just like, oh no, not me, not me, not me. Listen, celebrate your success. It really is an important mental block thing that happens. It helps you to unlock some things when you start celebrating your success. But if you didn't hit your marks, identify why didn't you hit your marks. Use data, metrics to measure your progress objectively, not emotionally, but objectively. And this could be some type of performance reviews, maybe project completions, or maybe there were some other type of KPIs that you were using. Reflect both on the quantitative and the qualitative achievements. Quantitative might be maybe it was sales target, and qualitative can be more on the morale improvements. And then I want you to assess your relevance. Are those goals still relevant to you today? Or were just good maybe January through March? So you really need to know, are these goals still relevant to my current role and to the organizational's direction? And in that, you're thinking about roles and organizational, maybe have the alignment changed? Has new management come in? Are there new things that are supposed to be focused on? Was there a shift in the organization? Ask yourself if these goals still excite and challenge you. Don't forget, motivation is always going to be key throughout this. And so there should be some type of alignment there. Consider any new opportunities or responsibilities that may have arisen since you set your goals. Do your current goals accommodate any or all of those changes? Then I want you to identify obstacles. What obstacles have you encountered? What did you learn from them? What can you learn from them? Let's not just gloss over them. Let's not also stay so stuck in them that we're not learning from them. Sometimes when we have an encounter, we allow it to immobilize us. And I don't want that for you. So don't stay there. Let's learn. Let's make sure that we analyze, not from an emotional standpoint, but from a more structural standpoint. Analyze how you address those obstacles. Did you find effective solutions, or were there areas of improvement? And then I know we're still on reassessing your goals. So we're still on point one, but these are things that you really need to do. I need you now to look. Do you need to adjust? Do you need to set new goals? Understand what adjustments may be needed based on all of these reassessments. Identify which goals may need to be modified, scaled up, maybe replaced, thrown out. And then I want you to set new, realistic goals. We'll use the SMART. There are many different types of goal setting methods out there. It's easy to use the SMART because most people know about it, that it needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That's just an easy one to use, but there are so many different types of goal setting regimens out there. Ensure that your goal aligns with your current role and your organizational priorities. Create that action plan for these new goals. Outline the steps you need to take, resources required, and timelines. And thus, by thoroughly assessing your goals, you're going to gain a clear understanding of where you stand, what adjustments are necessary. And this process ensures that your efforts are directed towards meaningful and achievable objectives. Listen, if you want to go from point A to point B, you need a plan. Let's not just allow fate, let's just not allow happenstance, circumstance to direct your paths. Let's be intentional. And it's okay if we miss a goal. It's okay if we don't hit them all, but we do need goals. We need them out there. Our second point, realign your objectives. Once you have assessed your goals, it's time to realign them with any shifts in your role or your organizational strategy. So I want you to consider, how have my roles changed? And what new skills do I need to develop? Has your roles changed? And if your roles have changed, there are times that you may need new skills for those roles. So you need to know, is there something that you need to develop? We are not going to just sit, we are going to be proactive. Reflect on any changes in your job description or your overall scope. Are you taking on more leadership responsibilities? Are you managing new projects? Or are you working on different teams? So go through, identify the skills required to excel in your current role, and what are those future skills that you need for that next role? I need you to also still be thinking, yes, I'm good. We are working in this role, but what's that next role? What skills do I need for that? It's all also going to be about investing your time in learning and training and development opportunities. Also, for realigning your objectives, what are your current priorities of your organization and how can your goals support those? I also want you to think, are there new opportunities? Are there new challenges that you need to address? I need you to stay informed about whatever your particular industry trends and market dynamics, how that impacts your current role. How does that impact your organization? You don't have to wait for your organization to tell you about new market trends. All you have to do is get out there and find them. Stay abreast, stay in tune, look for new projects, roles, or initiatives within your organization where you can make significant impact. Volunteering for some can also show not just your commitment, but your capability. And then always addressing any challenges head on by developing strategies to overcome them. Realigning ensures that your goals are relevant, impactful, positioning you and your team for success. Our third point is going to be, I need you to reignite your motivation with reassess and realign goals. It's crucial for you to reignite your motivation. Think about, why are these goals important to me and my team? And I need you to really sit with that and place some whys. It is so known that understanding your why behind why you're doing something, where is this going to take you, helps your brain mentally. It's a psychological thing that helps. And so there are times that we like to skip over steps. As people, we just like to skip. We're just like, oh, we can cut corners. All corners aren't meant to be cut. Okay? All corners are not meant to be cut. So take time to define your why. What are the benefits of achieving the goals? So you have reassessed, you have realigned. If no of what you're doing is bringing you any joy, we need to have a new conversation. You perhaps need to work with a coach because you also need to make sure that this is somewhere in here that this stuff is bringing you joy. And what benefits are you achieving with these goals if there is no happiness? Is if you are miserable at work, we need to you need to inbox me. Let's just say this. If you're miserable at work, inbox me. Let's get some stuff straight because in order to reignite your motivation, you really need to like what you're doing. Now, I understand for some people, you may love what you're doing, but perhaps that organization that you're working with is a whole toxic hell. That's a whole nother conversation that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. If that's you, stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. But definitely, when we're talking about motivation, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that I do need you to like what you're doing. And if you don't like what you're doing, then again, it's a great time to work with someone to get you seriously more in line with who you are and what you're meant to do. Also, talking about reigniting your motivation, we said, why are these goals important to me and my team? What are the benefits of achieving these goals? And then I need you to ask yourself, how can I stay accountable and motivated throughout the process? You need to be able to decide what that looks like for you. Do you need an accountability partner? How are you going to stay motivated? Every day is not always sunshine and bubbles and happiness. So I acknowledge and I recognize that hopefully most of your days are sunshine and puppy dogs and kittens and all of that. So most of your days should be that way. However, there are times you're going to come up with tough days. But how are you staying motivated? Not just through the happy kittens and puppies, but also through the challenging days because you need some type of motivation and accountability to get through that. Reigniting your motivation really involves connecting with your goals, your values, and a broader vision of your career and organization. Share your goals with a mentor or a trusted colleague for additional accountability. Now, today we have explored the importance of setting new goals and a mid year reset. We discussed the significance of reassessing your goals, realigning them with any shifts in your role or your organization's direction, and reigniting your motivation to achieve all of this. And don't forget, I said at the very beginning, do not take wherever you are at, especially if you've had a rough start to your year. Don't take that as I had a rough start, so I have to have a matching rough start to the end of the year. That is not true. I need you to set aside some time to start to work on your goal setting. That's where it's going to start. So let's set some time really to work on your goal setting. Do not let that fall off. Remember, by taking time to reflect on some of your achievement and adjust your objectives, you're going to set yourself up for success. And a productive second half of the year does not have to look like your first half. If your first half sucked, that does not mean your second half will suck. If you have been doing good for your first half, look, we are about to explode into your second half. But again, if you didn't meet those goals, all is not lost because you can take some time right now, even if that means re listening to this video. Take some time because you have everything that it takes, even through turmoil, even through struggle, even through confusion. You can still take some time right now and plot a goal. Maybe you don't plot five, maybe you just plot one career goal right now. So trust me when I tell you, sometimes it's really just that first step. And for some of you, you need to take that first step. So take that first step. And for the ones that have been taking some steps, listen, keep taking some steps and bring some people along with you. Share your success with others as well. That's very inspiring. It's very motivating. Sometimes as women, we think that when we are sharing our success, we're bragging. Sometimes it's not about bragging. Sometimes somebody needs to know that someone out there is winning. And that for somebody could be a lifeline. Make sure that you start sharing your success out there with others. Be a light into a dark world. And let's embrace this mid year reset as an opportunity to level up our goals and continue our journey of growth and leadership. I always end with a quote, and this quote is really spectacular. The best way to predict the future is to create it. So I want you all to get out there, continue to create your future. Join me next week for more incredible insight. You deserve nothing but the best. It is my goal to ensure that you move to your next level. Let's take your career to new heights together.